Okay, I think we are good to start the presentation. So let me start by sharing my screen. Okay, so thank you everyone for joining today's webinar. I am Sofia Isa. I am the Global Partnership Director at Enterprise, and today I will be showing the intercompany functionality in Enterprise and how to master all these transactions in a very easy and smooth way. So in today's presentation, we will cover first all how it works. Like first, I will explain how the intercompany works with Enterprise, all the different transactions that we can share within different entities. And then we will do a quick demonstration, and I will show you within the platform how all this workflow works. And then we will have a session for questions and answers. So if you have any question during the presentation, please write it in the Q&A box, and we will make sure that we will answer that at the end of the presentation. Okay, so if someone has any troubles hearing what I have, hearing me or seeing at the screen, just please send a message in the chat, but I think that everything is okay. Good. So to start, like if you have been involved with a company that needs intercompany transactions and that has multiple entities and need to create and replicate transactions within the different entities, then you have probably faced different challenges around manual work entry, fragmented data, and disconnected systems that make it very difficult to control and to make sure that everything is updated and the information is in real time. So that's what we want to cover today with the intercompany functionality in Enterprise. Okay, so all these delays, all this manual work, that represents as an extra cost in not just money but also time and visibility. So the idea is to make sure that your operations within different entities are very smooth and easy to manage. Okay. Now, if we go to check a little bit more in detail the different workflows that we have in the intercompany transactions, then and the different challenges, then we can see that when a company runs multiple entities, the interaction among them becomes hard and expensive, and we just need to have the right tools to manage it. So we have to ensure that the workflows between sales, purchasing, and come back to sales, everything works automatically, that we don't have any errors with the data replication, with the stock items replication, the transactions, and making sure that we have visibility across the different entities in regards to stock. Okay. So this way, like maintaining multiple and disconnected systems will become something from the past if we start making sure that we have the right tools to do this. So how Enterprise works is that we have an automated workflow, and this workflow works with documents and also with objects within the platform. So if we have two companies, we have company A and company B, the intercompany workflow, if you start with a sales document in company A, then you can automatically replicate that sales document in company B with another sales document or a purchase document. So let's say that company A sells to company B, then company B needs to buy from company A. Then this sales order will create a purchase order or a purchase invoice, whatever you decide, in company B, and then everything will be automated because all the items will be shared, all the information for the document will be shared between the two companies. The same happens if I start with a purchase document. So if I start with a purchase document, then I can start with a purchase order, and then in company B, I will have a sales document replicated. So this purchase order can create automatically a sales order or a sales invoice or whatever sales document I want, or even just mirror it with another purchase document, okay? So this is the document flow when we talk about sales and purchasing. But we also have the item replication. So I can create a new item in company A and replicate that item in company B. So all the information around the code, the description, and all the master data for that item will be replicated in company B. This is not just for new items. I can also take existing items and replicate that across the different entities, okay? Also, we share information between the two companies, in this case, company A and company B. So if we are creating a sales or a purchase document, when we are creating this document, we can have a stock lookup just to make sure that we have or not the inventory in company B. Okay, so if I'm creating the sales order in company A, I can check the stock levels in company B to make sure that I am just assigning the correct quantities, or just to have the full picture and the information to create that document. Okay, so that's how the document flow works in Enterprise. I will show you this in a few minutes with in a quick demonstration. Okay. Good. So in this demo, I will start by showing you how the settings work. So what are the different conditions that we can tell to Enterprise to manage during these intercompany transactions? And I will do a quick workflow to show how we display the information in Enterprise, just to check all the boxes for intercompany. Okay, so let me just change my screen here. I will go to Enterprise. Okay, so this is the Enterprise platform. A lot of you are probably already familiar with it. So you can see that all the different modules are on the left side of the screen. And here I will be doing some intercompany transactions with this company and with company 3 Demo. Okay, so these are the two companies that I will be interacting with. So now I will go to companies and I will look for my customer 3 Demo. Here. And as you can see here, we have this tab called Intercompany. So I will see what conditions I have for this customer in terms of intercompany transactions. Okay, so I have, every time I create a transaction in Contest ERP for this customer 3 Demo, then in the organization 3 Demo, in this supplier, I will create a purchase order. So if I create a sales order in Contest ERP, then a purchase order will be created in 3 Demo for this supplier, okay? Then all the transactions that I create, I just select the default warehouse that will be assigned, and I can create some remarks by default when this document is created. I can add as many interactions as I need. So let's say this is for sales order, but I can do the same with a sales invoice. If I create a sales invoice, then I want a purchase invoice to be created in the 3 Demo organization. And then I just assign the warehouse and I do exactly the same. So every time I create these transactions, then I will have automatically the resulting transaction in the second company. Okay. Now this is how I set up the different interactions for documents. Okay. Now if we go to stock, if I go to the stock, then I can go to items and I will see one of the items that is shared between the two companies. So if I look for this item, the mug, I have it here, then I have an intercompany column here that tells me that this one is shared with another company. So if I drill into this option, then I can see that this item is replicated in 3 Demo. If I want to replicate this item in another company, then I will do that here. Okay, I just select the company and I save the item to be replicated. Now, when I create a transaction, so let's go now to the sales module and let's create a new sales order for 3 demo. Okay, so I just select my customer here. I have 3 demo. Then every time I have an intercompany set up for a customer or a supplier, then Enterprise will warn me that this is an intercompany document and will be posted in 3 demo account for this supplier. Okay, so I already know that if I create the sales order, it will be automatically replicated in 3 demo. Okay, now if I go and check the mug, so I want to sell the mug, here it is. I want 10 units of it. I add my item, and now I can see across the different entities the levels of stock. So I can just go here and see in the quantity, just drill into the quantity and see in the intercompany tab, if I select the 3 demo organization, then I can see the stock levels for it in the different warehouses. So these are the warehouses within 3 demo, so I can see the availability and what I have on hand on each one of them, okay? So this is how I do the stock lookup. Now let's create this transaction. So let's create this sales order. This will be delivered tomorrow and I save it. So once I save this sales order, now the purchase order in 3 demo will be created automatically and this side panel will appear. So I have the intercompany side panel and here then I will say, yes, I want to create this transaction in 3 demo. I can also change the remarks. Changes. I can also copy all lines or just a specific line to be replicated, and I can also assign the different cost centers and the projects in the 3 demo organization. So I can say this is going to the different dimensions that I want to assign to this document in the resulting organization, and also the project codes. Okay, so once I'm happy with it, I save it, and then Enterprise will create it was successful, and I can open the transaction, or if I can just go to that transaction anytime, because every time I open my sales order 358, I have this message here that this was posted in 3 demo for this supplier, and if I want to see the purchase order number 186, I just click here and Enterprise will show the purchase order in 3 demo for that supplier. So all the links are connected and will be always available in the different transactions that were in the intercompany workflow. Okay, so this is the purchase order 186. As you can see, I am now in 3 demo, and this is the purchase order with the 10 units of the mug in the general warehouse. Okay, in the remarks, you can see that these are the remarks that I created from the original company. Okay, now if I want to go to the original sales order, here is the URL that I can copy and paste and just go to the sales order that was created in the Calm ERP test. Okay, so this is the workflow that we have for intercompany, well, it's very straightforward. Everything is connected. You can have information regarding your stock. You can have all the links between the different documents always in Enterprise, so that you can go and check what was created as a result of this transaction, and you can do the item replication, which is it's amazing. It's a great help for companies that have operations across different entities. Okay, now let me go back to my presentation here and I will continue. So all the features and functionality that we have in the intercompany, what's really helpful for the companies using it are the visibility across the different companies. So the stock that you can check across the different companies when you are creating a sales or a purchase transaction. Then all the items are marked as intercompany. So as you could see, then I was checking the mug. I just drilled into the intercompany column, and then it showed me in what companies this item was replicated. You eliminate the document mismatches because you are creating the document automatically from the original document. Everything is maintained across entities, and then you gain efficiency, and it's very, very fast to implement when you are using Enterprise already. Okay, so as you know, we also have different integrations. One of the integrations that we have is with SAP Business One. This intercompany functionality works with SAP Business One as long as the transactions are created from Enterprise. So if you have SAP Business One and you want to benefit from this intercompany workflow, then we just connect Enterprise to your SAP and you can start sharing the data across the different systems. Now, well, as you know, Enterprise, we're just trying to make Enterprise very, very relevant for the companies we work with. All this functionality is there as default, so you don't have to do any extra development. You don't have to have extra configuration here. If you are using Enterprise or if you have Enterprise, the intercompany module is there as default for you to use. If you have different companies using Enterprise, that's already there, so you don't have to spend time or money in extra development. And well, that's what I wanted to show you today. I don't know if there's any questions. Sharon, can you see any questions?
Hi, Sophia. Thank you. Yeah, there's currently a question in there around UDFs, which would be your custom fields. Can they be replicated from company to others? I guess that's probably on the stock item replication.
On the stock, well, first the custom fields have to be in both companies, and I'm actually not sure. Sharon, do you know if that
No,
is
so
replicated as well?
No, so definitely the custom field values wouldn't be replicated. As you confirmed at the outset, when you replicate your stock item master, we're taking the primary master data across.
Mm-hmm.
So you're talking about the code, description, the type of item, so whether it's stock, non-stock, or bill of materials. So all of just the main master information that you would see at the top level of the stock item. But that's not to say potentially that could be something to come, but not currently at the moment. So we've got plenty of questions flying in. We've got another one here about business partner balances. Is there a way that these are consolidated?
With the business partner balances? Like, is that
So
for
that would be our
the...
I think the question really is, are we replicating customers and suppliers? Currently, no. Is again the answer.
No.
Yeah.
We replicate items, and
Correct.
then you just have to assign the customers and the suppliers you will be interacting with.
Correct.
But that's manual.
Another good question coming through, probably to do with the future lead. I was going through Enterpryze. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I wonder if there's an audit trail number linked with the transactions.
Well, you have within the transaction, you have a link that tells you what transactions was generated as a result of that document. So you can navigate across the different transactions between among the different companies. So everything will be linked, and you will know what was created from the intercompany functionality.
Exactly, with the blue links on the source document, and then the target document will have it on the comments with the URL. Perfect.
Correct.
Thank you for the demo. Can we replicate GL accounts?
Not yet, but I think that's something that's coming. I don't know, Sharon, you are more involved with the roadmap, but I think that by the end of the year, we have some functionality coming across financial consolidation.
Well, not by the end of the year, but certainly in the new year, we will
Oh, sorry.
have future financial consolidation. Yeah, no, absolutely. We'll have it across month end and year end for entity consolidation. So that is something that will be coming within the system, definitely. And more questions rolling in there, Sophia. Let me just check this one for you now. If we have sales invoices in company A and it has one line, can we split that line in three in the purchase invoice in company B? No,
No.
no.
No, we can't. Like we
It's
have the
line to
option
line.
just to select the lines that you want to copy to the target document, or yeah, just select the lines if you want to copy the full document or just a specific line. But we cannot split one line
One
in
line.
three.
Absolutely. And another question just coming in. So an issue there is that no audit trail number linked. It will be hyperlink, which takes to the source document. Am I correct? Yes. So that's the hyperlink that you see in the comments section on the target document or the target
I will show
entity
you.
currently.
Let me just
Yeah,
show you that.
absolutely. If we
Let me
just
just go
review
back
that
to
there.
that one
Exactly.
here. So this is the target document. So this is the one created in 3Demo, the purchase order. And if you go down to the comment section, then you have this URL. And this is taking you to sales order 358, which is the one we have here. Okay. So if I click here, or I just copy and paste this URL, then you will go to this company, to this sales order. So that's how you can link the two documents together.
Perfect. Thanks, Sophia. Another question coming in. When you create a sales order in Company A for products held by Company A and other products supplied by Company B via intercompany, will Enterprise automatically identify just intercompany products for document creation? So I think we're looking at a document there that's got a creation of items, some which already exist in both A and B, and some only exist in A altogether.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you copy the full document and not all the items are replicated between the two companies, then the document won't follow through. So you have to just
Correct.
select the lines that are replicated. I'm not sure if Enterprise gives you like information about which ones are shared between the two companies at the moment of the replication, but you can certainly verify that in the stock, in the item section here. So you will see that here, but then you can just select the items that are shared between the two companies. That's the only way of replicating the document. And you can also create service documents. So I forgot to mention that. So it's not just for stock documents. You can also do this with service type documents.
Absolutely. Next up, we have a question on will there be financial report consolidation? So I think I alluded to that in terms of future financial and accounting financial intercompany that we'll have in regards to month end and year end. And with that, of course, has to come some form of reporting around closeout. So watch this space. There are plans in development on the roadmap around further intercompany and particularly around the financial side of it. So we will keep you updated, and that's something to look out for on our website, enterprise.com. And if you click on resources and go to roadmap to keep an eye on what is coming through the system in the coming months as well. Okay, when
Exactly.
I
And
set up,
this is
yeah,
it's important just to mention, just 1 second, Sharon, because
of
this is the
course.
first version of intercompany
Mhm.
functionality in Enterprise. So as you know, like we have monthly releases, and every month we are having like we have something new in the platform, and we have a roadmap for intercompany. So it's just you just have to keep an eye on it and see what's coming in the next releases.
Absolutely. When I set up intercompany, can I choose which data will be replicated?
Uh, well, you can choose what lines will be replicated when you replicate a sales document or a purchase document. You can select what you want to be replicated. When you have an item, the item will be replicated just as it is. Like there's no options just to say what you want to replicate and what not. Like the full item will be replicated in the target company.
Yeah, there is one aspect of the item replication, just to make you aware of it, which is in the module settings. This is in your settings and module settings. There is an option to switch on against the item replication, which is auto create item group. So that is in the instance where in the source organization, let's say company A, where you have an item in an item group and that item group does not exist in company B, the target, you can switch this on to auto create that item group. However, stipulation there is that the GL accounts that you've defined as your GL account determination in company A, those GL accounts also have to exist in company B, and then it can do the setup of that particular item group for you. So that's one of the additional settings you have against the item replication. But as Sophia showed you there, in terms of the transactional side, it's all through the customer and supplier intercompany tab to define who the target organization is and what the target documents are going to be each step of the way. Okay, next question. Loads of questions coming in, guys, and some super questions. Can we set up multi-level consolidation? So at the moment,
I'm not sure too.
it's
Yeah,
entity to entity at the moment. So it's one entity to
yeah,
one entity currently at the moment, which we saw there when you showed them the demonstration, Sophia, in terms of customer to supplier or customer to customer or supplier to supplier or supplier to customer. So in terms of multi-level,
exactly.
that's really where the level stands currently at the moment in terms of the intercompany at customer and supplier level for transactional purposes. Is it possible to create a purchase order for our intercompany company B and a sales order in company B for our company A if company A issues a sales order for a customer? I'm reading that the wrong way around. Let me just read that out loud again. Is it possible to create a purchase order for our company B and a sales order on company B for our company A? So I think we've shown you that as well. So if you had a supplier, so you're talking about if you had a purchase order in company B and decided to go the other way. Yes. So if you had
Oh,
the
yes,
intercompany,
yes. You just need
yes,
to have the supplier and the customer created.
correct.
Because if you're creating a sales document, then you have to have the target company as a customer. If you're creating a purchase document, then you have to have the target company as a supplier.
Exactly. Exactly. Centralized payment, so intercompany payments. I know this is one our own guys internally would absolutely love to have as well. Again, just in terms of financial future plans and roadmap, this is something I've absolutely no doubt has come up internally for our own guys in-house as well. So it's a conversation to be had, definitely. So again, just to keep an eye out for the roadmap as all of these changes come about. But currently not in place for centralized payment, but it's a conversation to be had 100%. Thank you.
Good.
You're very welcome. Sorry, this one of the customers there just saying got it. Thank you. So next question there, is the company feature already implemented or is this something that is coming in the future? Can we access through a demo account?
This is
So
already
yes,
there. This is
it's
already
there.
there. Yeah.
Hmm. It's there,
If
100%
you are
there.
using Enterprise, if
Hmm.
you're using, sorry, if you're using Enterprise and if you already have Enterprise like running, then you just need to have all your companies with Enterprise, and then the intercompany is already there. You can start using it whenever you want.
Yeah, it's a module, it's in the settings and in module settings to actually enable it in the first instance. And then you can implement that through your customer and supplier setup. So we have another question there around the banking module. Again, it's all to do with intercompany payments. And again, another great question. And I think I've answered it there in terms of future plans around the financial postings. And as I said, there's plenty on the roadmap to come around intercompany. So do stay with us, bear with us. And as I said, keep an eye on the roadmap as we get it updated for you, which, as you know, is every single month. So plenty more to come,
Mhm.
particularly early on in the first few months and the first quarter of the new year, but we will certainly keep you posted of all of the new changes. So let me have a look here. We've got, does it consider different currencies between the purchaser and a seller?
Yes, yes, it does. So you just need to have the exchange rates in place, and the transaction will be created in the business partner's currency.
Excellent. Super. Super, Sophia. That's a huge amount of questions. Really appreciate
Amazing.
the interactions. We really appreciate that. Let me just make sure, is there any more coming through there?
Yes,
Nope.
and in the meantime, if you would like us to have like a one-to-one session and show you these more with with a specific scenario, a specific intercompany scenario that you would like to confirm, just let us know. We will be happy to jump in a call with you and show you these in more detail and do like a customized demo for you and check if this is something you can benefit from. So please don't be shy and contact us to schedule this personalized demo for you. Okay, well, thank you very much, and thank you, Sharon, for well, all this help. You have you were great help during the Q&A session. So everyone, thank you for joining this webinar. We will have more webinars coming, so we'll be happy to host more webinars for you in the future. Hope you have you liked what we showed you today, and yeah, have a good day. Thank you very much.